Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Shadowrun Hong Kong. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as the soundtrack just gets tense. We are rescuing Raymond, and I have gone and checked with him, or checked his character, and he's a spellcaster. So let's get past this, guys, and see what happens. So you guys are fine, right? Yep, apparently they are. Good. Debriefing time? Is that the end of the mission? Alarms blare as you hustle Raymond from the special projects section of Prosperity Tower, but you encounter no resistance. Raymond unsteadily gropes his way through the corridors of the corporate headquarters, holding onto your elbow for support. Occasionally the old man fingers the gauze dressing on his head with his free hand, wincing when he touches a tender patch. Tense minutes pass between the time you exit the building and enter the MTR station. The team remains on high alert, scanning the streets and buildings for signs of Tsang security forces until, like a stream of cockroaches, you scuttle on the ground into the cool safety of the mass transit tunnels. You pay the fare, grab Raymond, and make your way to the subway platform. The sound of the old man's ragged breathing loudly rushing past your ear. Seconds tick slowly while you wait for the subway train to arrive. So, is he gonna explain himself now? Okay, what's going on? Why did the soundtrack change? Oh yeah, we're in the train itself. I gave him 10 karma? That's fantastic. Well, you know where I'm gonna spend it. Spend that karma. Spend that karma! Oh. I'm in the middle of conversation. Can't do that. The team hustles Raymond onto a subway car, quietly taking up defensive positions and scoping the platform for signs of pursuit. The old man is unsteady on his feet, but insists on standing under his own power. He grabs a railing and holds on with white knuckles as the train lurches forward. A group of tourists sits nearby, staring at him and exchanging meaningful glances. Wait, are we inside the train or outside? I think we're inside. Yeah. Your crew looks over the old man with the bandages on the back of his head, exchanging meaningful expressions. Raymond squints at the odd group surrounding him, but his nod indicates he understands that he is among friends. Who drags his goggles off his head? Wait. Is this... That's Duncan speaking. How the hell... Who drags his goggles off his head? Yeah, that's just a description. Okay. Bending his knees to the battered look at his foster father, a tangled knot of relief, compassion, resentment, and hurt shums across the younger man's face as he wrestles with his confused emotions. Fear for his father's health overcomes them. Raymond, are you all right, little man? I fought against the reprogramming. The old man's voice is little more than a soft croak. His eyes are sunken and surrounded by dark circles. His mother's medical technology must be amazing. It's hard to believe he's walking under his own power so soon after the surgery. Yeah, well, Grandma's an amazing woman. Her high-tech brain surgery, her ownership of the cops, her execution of my partner and those runners. Oh, and the way she had the plastic-faced man snatch her own son. Amazing woman. Yeah, she's a real piece of work, no doubt about it. Yeah, tell me about it. Apparently your son is too. A pain and bitterness drip from Wu's deep, raspy voice. This man, whoever he is, has a lot of explaining to do. Are you ready to start telling us the truth, Edward? The old man tilts his head up to the orc towering above him, and although exhausted, his jaw sets firm. Yes, Duncan. I'm ready to tell you everything. I had planned to explain it all when you arrived in Hong Kong. Okay, we're here now, Ray. You are here, and I am grateful for all you have done for me and that you needed to do. It's more than just exhaustion. The words are challenging for him to speak. The old man leans back on the wall of the subway car and gathers his thoughts. He seems to swoon for a moment, but then inhales deeply, swallows hard, and pulls himself erect. My name is Edward Tsang. I'm the only son of Josephine Tsang, the CEO of Tsang Medical Services. Heir to the company. Before I left Hong Kong, I was the vice president of special projects, the up-and-coming star of the company. Yeah, we know that. Was Prosperity one of your special projects? Something you've never seen before washes over the tired old man's face. Shame. You've heard of it. Prosperity. I see. Raymond takes a breath, and the labored croak of his voice drops to a monotone. I was part of a project my mother envisioned to rebuild Kowloon Walled City. A walking neighborhood for unprivileged citizens, fully integrated with jobs, training programs, co-op childcare, drug counseling centers. It was a new approach to low-income housing in the East, the springboard to prosperity for hundreds of thousands. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the place I grew up in. Raymond is 20 years away, doesn't seem to hear her. Mother personally oversaw every aspect of the project to ensure that every detail was executed properly. Chose each project manager herself, shared regular status meetings with architects, builders, visited the worksite for surprise inspections. She was driven to make her renewed, revitalized walled city a success. Huh. So, well, she didn't do too well with that whole prosperity thing, did she? Not true. Mother's planning was excellent, but the walled city wasn't the prosperity project. Prosperity was something I built at the center of the walled city. A moment later, an invisible grip takes hold of your chest, constricts it, squeezing the air from your lungs. Your vision grays from the edge of the world, surges, and the world surges backwards, leaving you suspended in the distance and on the periphery of reality. Something is hurtling towards you, approaching from the fringe of your mind like a bullet train. It screams ahead, closer and closer, until it is upon you, overwhelming you with its presence. And then, nothing. Silence. Until a scream pierces your consciousness, pulls you screaming to its source. You're back in the walled city, the city of darkness. Am I? So that's her. She. That's female, I know that much. Your mind wrenches, inverts, and then violently jerks back into your skull. Your stomach cramps hard and the taste of bile burns your throat. A thin trickle of cold sweat slides down the back of your back and your eyes refuse to focus. Your crew fares no better. Gobet pulls herself from the floor, madness and folly squeaking worriedly in the fold of her clothing. Isabel grips a railing, her back to the group, retching silently. Rector leans against Koshi. What? Rector is here? And so is, what's his name? I forget, yeah, so they are all here. I didn't notice that. His face ashen, staring at the ceiling. He blinks rapidly, processing. Gaichu, that's the name. Gaichu stands perfectly still in the center of the car, hands at his sides, his face impassive. Wu breathes deeply, his hands on his knees. That wasn't a dream. There was something else. Yeah, it was a vision. I saw some sort of machine inside the walled city. It was churning something. It felt wrong, impossible. I think it was reaping, I don't know, reality. It was reaping a hole in reality. Something is here, my friends. Something has arrived. I believe we have just fallen in over our heads. What the hell was that, Raymond? No answer. Wu spins to find Raymond covering his head in hands, shuddering and weeping. She's here! She's here! Yeah, let's place a hand on his shoulder. Breathe, Raymond. Breathe. Shouldn't have waited. Shouldn't have hid. He looks up at you with bloodshot eyes. She's here, the queen with 1,000 teeth. I left prosperity in there. Prosperity in there? What? Wait, isn't she I don't know what's going on. The queen of 1,000 teeth. Uh-oh. Looks like Raymond's gone bye-bye. Yeah, looks like it. Shh, go back. Isabel whispers her admonishment. Yeah, let's see. Edward, can you hear me? Prefer Raymond. Yeah, it's okay, sorry. Raymond blinks his eyes open. His voice is weak, hesitant, disconnected somehow. Are we in the subway? The right corner of his mouth twitches noticeably. Why is he stuttering? is not. I used to stutter, and this doesn't sound like a stutter to me. Something else is going on. Could be the visions, could be the aborted brain surgery, or some combination of the two. Something bad is happening. Began a long time ago, and I'm responsible. The Queen. Prosperity. Wait, so is the Queen Prosperity? I don't understand. So, the Queen with 1,000 teeth. Let's see. Okay, that's it. Yeah, what is Prosperity, Raymond? Why is all this happening? Why don't you tell me? Raymond turns his hand towards you, trying to focus. This is all because of me and my mother. Something we did a long time ago. My fault. Prosperity. All those people, those poor people. So, the Prosperity Project, tell me about it. Come on. Don't be so, you know about, we gotta know this already. Yes, sort of. We already covered this, Raymond. We know that it is the center of the walled city and that Edward Sang built it. Okay, I think Edward Sang might be, Raymond Black here might be losing it. I just now realized he might have short-term memory loss or something, I don't know. Yeah, why don't you start at the beginning, Raymond? Tell us all of this is about. The beginning, sometime in the 20s, my mother was awarded the contract, yeah, the contract to rebuild the housing development, the walled city. Yeah, he's gonna die. It's like he has hemorrhaging from his brain or something. Well, from the results, I'd say our mom kinda blew it. Prosperity failed. I told you, the walled city wasn't the Prosperity Project. Prosperity was the fortune engine I built at the center of walled city. My special project. Fortune engine. What are you talking about? You can't create fortune, Raymond. You kinda can, Gunshow. Some practitioners of Feng Shui believe they can do it. Ever heard of the Bagwell of 8 aspirations? Nope, Gobbet. I must have skipped school that day. Yeah, Gobbet, keep going. Well, I'm gonna hear this. Yeah, it's the Neo Feng Shui. The masters of the craft can map the flow of ki and how it corresponds to different aspects in someone's life. Fame, relationships, creativity, inner knowledge, health, and fortune. That's 6. I thought you said there were 8 aspects. Well, I don't remember the other 2, but one of them was definitely fortune. So, what does your fortune engine do? So that was what was reaping reality? Wait. The fortune engine was designed to improve the balance in ki and in a negative ki environment. A negative ki environment? Somewhere shitty, like a slum. Like a low-income housing project. I believe that with the fortune engine, the rebuilt walled city might never become a slum. But the machine malfunctioned. How? The mechanism I created to circulate negative ki in the walled city, it got stuck. Stuck on what? Raymond rises slowly, pulling himself from his crumbled heap. His tone turns instructive, the old Raymond, but this time his explanation is halting and wary. Think of the fortune engine as a sort of propeller blade moving through astral space, circulating ki, keeping it fresh. When ki flows, when the rhythm is right, the results are positive, fortuitous. When I brought my design for the fortune engine, to my mother, she embraced it. Well, I'll stop with this stuttering nonsense. She more than embraced it. She bankrolled it, put an entire division of Tsang Mechanical under me to develop it. Sounds like a big pet. The biggest of her career. Mother said that if the machine could bring fortune to the less fortunate, it would prove my theory. And if it could help the poor, imagine what a fortune engine could do to Josephine Tsang. Well, but that's not what happened, was it? Something went wrong. The people in the walled city didn't benefit from your fortune engine, did they, Raymond? The old man bows his head, doesn't answer. So, why didn't your fortune engine work, Raymond? It got stuck. The mechanism I created to circulate negative ki in the walled city got stuck. Stuck on what, Raymond? The old man gets a confused look on his face. His lips move soundlessly for a moment. Stuck on what? Something in astral space. I wasn't sure what. Huh, that sounds bad. The machine started pulling negative ki, and the walled city is starting to fill with it. Fortune's turned bad. I've been in places where the feng shui was really bad, but that's not what I felt when I was in the walled city. No, ki needs to flow. Eventually, the enormous pool of negative ki became toxic. Fortune's turned from bad to worse. Much worse. Mother's vision for the rebuilt, revitalized walled city fell to ruin. It only took a few years for the trapped toxic ki to turn a brand new housing development into a hellish slum. Why? Why didn't you turn it off? I couldn't. Something happened, part of the malfunction. We couldn't turn it off. Then why didn't you blow it up, wrap it in C6 and turn it into a scrap heap? Mother refused. Why? I never found out. She wouldn't tell me. She would only say that it wasn't worth spending the additional resources to figure out how to fix it, or even how to turn it off. So that's why he keeps saying those poor people. Huh. She sealed off the maintenance room, and our engineers poured a sarcophagus of thick concrete around it so no one would ever find out what we had done. Then she wrote the project off as a business loss and moved on like nothing had happened, right? Yes. After that, I left Hong Kong, started a new life in Seattle, found you too. You should have stayed, tried to do something about it. You were a coward, Raymond. Yes. Yes, Duncan. I was a coward. And the guilt, the burden of my cowardice creeped me like a vice that never loosened. It's eaten me from the inside for 20 years. And then the nightmares began. Horrible. Still, I kept working on the problem, night and day. So that's the work that kept you in your study until all hours of the morning. It took me years, even after you left, to make the connections, find what to do. But I did. I figured it out. And still, the nightmares intensified until they became unbearable. I knew I had to come back, fix what I had done. That's why I contacted you, to help me see it through. Wu mumbles something, but all you can make out is the word coward. So, wait. There's still a piece missing. What's causing the visions we're all having? Yeah, who is she? When the machine malfunctioned, when the circulator became stuck in astral space, it lodged in another domain. Something lived there. Not good. After 20 years of constant force, the circulator finally began tearing astral space, created a rupture in her domain. And now she's pushing through. Now she's pushing through. Yeah, she's pushing through all right. The queen with 1,000 fucking teeth. And a thing you brought here, Raymond. I understand that, Mr. Wu. That's why I came back. I believe she's only partially here. She wasn't pushed all the way through yet. She's probing her new hunting ground. I know what to do now. How to extract the circulator, shut the machine down before she can fully manifest. Just get me to the center of the walled city, to the fortune engine. I will do the rest. Please help me. Help them. Yeah, well. So I have a choice. Let's see. You helped us overcome some that's a double sum. Hairy mistakes when we were kids, right? Now you got, yeah, that's cool. Duncan's right. There's a thing in here and it needs to be sent home. These visions are turning my guts inside. The walled city is a serious revenue source for the Triads. If we fix it, Kang Shang's gonna pay. Who cares? The machine has caused unspeakable misery. It needs to be shut down. Yeah, let's go with that. Whatever misery the machine's caused is nothing compared to what's gonna happen now. It's just not a thing in there still. It's a Yama King, a demon goddess. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can go back in there. We're trapped we can't run, and believe me, I want to. It's all I've been thinking of. But the APB is still out on us and those visitors. I got a feeling they're not gonna stop unless we make them stop. And that fragile old man's the only way to do it. We gotta take him in there, we gotta get help. We gotta help him fix this. I, for one, wish to see this fortune engine. I am intrigued. I willingly go. I have the opportunity to kill a god. I cannot allow the opportunity to pass unanswered. I hate this country, I hate this life, but I owe you, Raymond, and I'm not walking away from that. I intend to make us even, and I'll help you fix the mess you trying. Are we all gonna go in there? And am I gonna have a six-member team? No? Okay. So, That's the way to the walled city. No. What? Raymond, what are you doing here? Raymond and Wu stand near each other in the rain, staring at the walled city. Not talking, the old man looks at you, wary but alert. You look like you have something on your mind, Mr. Silver Eyes. Are you going to be okay, Raymond? I don't think so, no. I am the product of aborted brain surgery. That combined with all that has happened, I doubt that I will ever be okay. I have no idea when I will, break. And, although I'm relieved that you rescued me before my memory was wiped, part of me grieves at the thought I could have been free from all of this. I bet those people in the walled city wish they could be free from all of this too. Indeed, but they are proof people can adapt to harsh circumstances. I will learn to live with this hardship, like they have. I think we're all learning a lot here. For example, Kalim and I've learned that you're a genius who can create magical machines. We learned that you have a rich, powerful mother on the ruling council of Hong Kong and who kidnapped you to reprogram your brain. And we learned that the two of you are responsible for the suffering of thousands. Pretty big scores from my perspective. Did I get everything, Kalim? I don't know. Yeah, well... Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, you left out that he's risking his life to try and fix it. That's just it. He can't fix it. You realize you can't fix it, right, Edward? You can't erase 20 years of misery and suffering. The best you can hope for is to remove the unnatural part of it. Allow that horrible slum to be horrible without toxic key or whatever you said. You're not gonna push the make it all better button. Well, can you... Okay, let's not go with that. So we can stop it from getting worse. We can stop her. Oh, right. Let's not forget that at the end of this road, there's a demon goddess waiting for us. And I don't think she's gonna be too sweet on the idea of us closing the door on her. No. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not gonna be like him. I'm not gonna run. Raymond cringes at that. He screws his eyes shut, trying to ward it off. But then he's still for a moment, and his jaw sets. And when he opens them again, his eyes are defiant, authoritative. I did what I did to help people, Mr. Wu, and when I couldn't help them anymore, I left and I continued helping people in Seattle, in that teen center, in that slum I took you from, or did you forget where you were from? Oh, I didn't forget, little man. How could I? With you reminding us of it every chance you get. How you saved a poor little Chinese boy, after you ran from 1,000 who looked just like him. My motivations for helping you aren't relative, Duncan. Look at you. The results are what counts. I know, Edward, your motivations for building that machine aren't relevant here either. The results are what counts. Yeah, these guys are gonna go at it again. Oh boy. Well, you two, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, stopping that fortune engine is what counts. I'm gonna need to smack your heads, right? No? You're right. When you need to... We need to. Do what we can do. Huh. Man. Okay, guys. Have fun arguing. I am gonna go back to Kindly Chang, see if she's in there. And, actually, should I sleep? I probably shouldn't. Nah, let's not go there. Probably not gonna be able to go to the bolt hole. I think I am gonna buy maybe some weapons. I don't know. Do I want... No... Well, first, let's spend some karma. I have a lot. That was very nice. Okay, so I will get this. This is a chain shot. I want that. Thank you very much. Let's see. Charisma. I don't have enough for that. Conjuring can equip air barrier increase spellbook slot number 2. So, spirit summoning... Let's not go with that. Let's see. I don't have shotguns, do I? No. Let's see. Maybe some... I don't know. I want to bring... I have to bring Isabel with me because I'm not a decker. So that's... I have to bring her. Okay, let's go with that. Yeah. So let's leave those 9 karma behind. Let's go back to the Defiance, not Bolt Hole. I keep calling it Bolt Hole, but it's Defiance. Let's go in here and see what awaits us. There's not gonna be any missions, I don't think. Let's see. Inbox. No unread messages. Let's access this. Post pay data. No pay data. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Go back and open jobs directory. View all pending jobs. There's no pending jobs. Yeah, let's get out of here. So can I sleep right now? I don't know if I can sleep. Why is this all dark? Well, this is a stash. I will access it when I need to. Before a mission. Yeah, no, but there's no point being here at the Defiance. Let's go and meet Kenley Shang again. Say our goodbyes, I guess. Can't go there. Man, the soundtrack is getting better and better at the end of the game. Or maybe I just hadn't noticed that before. The soundtrack is pretty good. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So what I'm gonna need is healing items. Not really. Maybe. Let's go. Let's buy some medikits because I want those. And apart from that, I think we're good. So there we go. Ooh, we got 2 guys in here. Is it? Matthew seems folded in on himself. He has a shell-shocked look, his head hangs forward, and he doesn't appear to see anyone, including you, despite the brilliant, toothy smile plastered across his face. Snap out of it, man! Whoa! He screams in surprise. It's a weird amalgam of terror and gusto. Then he immediately goes back to his eerie, cheerful obliviousness. A red welt spreads across his face. The slap does not appear to have snapped him out of anything. Matthew, hey! I need a drone. I need healing. Sure. I brought over the security ones, in case Ambrose needs to pilot them. And to leave the others. Q High is going to kill me. Okay, so he's just flying high, I guess. Well, I don't need drones, really. What I need... armor, that'll be cool. It's actually... what I need is... are we in the right place right now? Because I don't think I am. Yeah, I don't need drones. You doing okay there? What? Beautiful? Oh, yeah. Doing good. Great. Really good. Really. I wonder if I can get some of that. Yeah. This guy's flying high. Am I in the right place? I am. Yeah. So... yeah, show me your supply cabinet, because I need to buy some healings. Some healings! Give me 2 healings, please! I want those, and those, and those. And give me a few of those, because those are pretty expensive as well, so I'll take those. Just in case. I will take a couple of these as well. Actually, I don't need these. These are just pointless to have. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't have that much money, though. So, let's go. Yeah, I'm going back out. Yeah, good. Godspeed, Seal. There's more people in here. I think it said something in there. But anyway, I think we're gonna go to the Walled City next. I am not sure who I'm gonna choose to bring with me. But apparently, we still have game to play. But for now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Shadowrun Hong Kong. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.